Church offers free magic mushrooms to congregants. All right. Shout out to our own Tyler sending this to me. I'm not even sure what to make of this.
We're taking a close look at a church, which the founder says is likely the only one of its kind in the state. In a seemingly...
I love how serious this reporter sounds. Reporters just be sounding the most serious about the most outlandish stuff, right? We're going to talk about a church. Seemingly one of the only kind.
Normal neighborhood near Highway 24 in Mark Sheffel, you will find the Psychedelic Church of Colorado Springs.
Of course it's in Colorado. Of course it would be in Colorado Springs. My gosh, doesn't surprise me at all.
Our Melissa Henry went there, and she explains what she found.
We call them communal offerings, right? You can get...
Hold on. Communal offerings? Bruh.
Up to 2 grams of dried mushrooms. You know, if people come here with the idea, I just want to, you know, here's $100, I just want...
Oh my, this is the pastor? This is the pastor, yo? This seems, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out. Let me reserve judgment.
Mushrooms. We're not a dispensary. You can
That's right.
leave.
Good.
Benji Dezaval is better known by his spiritual leader title of Teopiki Des.
Teopiki Des?
By his congregation. As you heard, he does not consider this space, his basement, a dispensary. But
so the church runs out of his basement? Teopiki Des giving away mushrooms, and the church is in his basement. Am I tracking correctly? Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Magic mushrooms are available here as gifts.
Or we offer them as microdoses. There's no fees. There's no mandatory donations. This is truly free. After that, any natural medicine that you'd like to receive, you would have to receive a safety lecture for.
A safety lecture? Okay, all right. Well, at least, I mean, they're trying to have some sort of checks and balances. Colorado Psychedelic Church. I want to know what their mission statement is.
Dezaval's basement is the Psychedelic Church of Colorado Springs.
We gather not by the idea of a deity watching down on us, but we honor the 3 universal truths. That is what the spiritual foundation of our community is. That's what makes us a church.
So they're pantheistic. I bet you their God is not a person or that has a mind, right? They're pantheistic. This is like New Age stuff. I would guess.
Magic mushrooms are still illegal federally, but Dezaval says he is legally allowed to give out psilocybin natural medicines because of a state law passed in 2023.
The first thing I did was make sure it was okay with my partners. After that, I made sure it was okay with my neighbors. Then I called...
Wait, partners? Partners. Is he talking about... Never mind. I have a massive update for you. I'm sure by this point, you've heard about the Blessed God Summit happening March 27th, 28th, 29th here in beautiful Carlsbad, California. But we've heard your requests. We've conceded to your demand. There are virtual tickets that are now available for the Blessed God Summit, so you can access it from anywhere in the world, as well as access to the replays. And for those of you guys that are looking for something extra, we're also offering a virtual ticket and an exclusive Blessed God Summit merch bundle. There's some amazing art and some exclusive pieces done by our friend Josh Nadeau from Sword and Pencil that you have to check out. So join us online for the virtual event and experience some sessions from my favorite podcasters, pastors, and performers. We have a stacked lineup. I'm talking about Preston Perry, Dr. Sean McDowell, Inspiring Philosophy. What do you mean? Lila Rose, Alan Parr and his wife Jen Parr. We even have Nate Sala from Wise Disciple, Gavin Ortland, David Wood, Avery from God Logic Apologetics. And on the pastoral side, we have my friend Daniel Golding, Pastor Ed Newton from CBC in San Antonio, and my personal pastor from Rhythm Church, Pastor Jeff Moores and his wife Erin Moores. You won't want to miss out from amazing performances from America's Got Talent winner Dustin Savella, Billboard charting hip-hop artist John Keith, and Miles Minnick. And we're still finalizing a few more speakers. So head over to blessgod.shop, get your virtual ticket now, and you can get yourself a bundle with some of the exclusive merch as well. I'll see you over there, all right? Peace.
El Paso County Sheriffs and said, hey, this is what I want to do. I'm letting y'all know. I'm making sure, again, I'm doing everything right. I'm not trying to be this mindless hippie who just wants to do what I want to do at the expense of others. I'm trying to help people. And if I want to make sure that I can keep doing that, then I got to do everything right.
This is
amazing. So he doesn't want to be a mindless hippie while
Then I got to do everything right.
while running a hippie church dressed like that in his basement.
Everything right.
This is what the church looks like from the outside. It's just
What does it look like from the outside? It's his house. This is what the church looks like from the outside. It's just a house.
an ordinary house from
Yeah,
the street view.
yeah.
I reached out to the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, which tells me in part, quote, there does appear to be one neighbor who is upset at the church, but deputies have not found any criminal behavior. I knocked on doors along this street, and none of the neighbors I spoke with voiced any concerns about the church.
You know, it's very easy to hear the word Psychedelic Church of Colorado Springs and have a lot of immediate conclusions.
Ryan Lohmeyer is one of more than 300 members the church now has after being open just 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, listen, seeking any spiritual experience, encounter outside of Jesus, outside of the God in the Bible, you're really playing with fire and you're opening up yourself to some serious stuff. Even if you're just dabbling with mushrooms and you're trying to make it a church, you're really dabbling with some scary stuff. And because here's the thing, when the scriptures talk about the enemy being an angel of light, do you think he's going to show up with devil horns and a pitchfork? No, he's going to come in the name of enlightenment, in the name of freedom, in the name of just being on a different vibration in your chakras. Like, he's going to come just like this.
You'd think that you're coming here, that people have their...
Yeah, and I understand how microdosing is different than the other stuff that they're doing, right? I get it. Nevertheless, if you're trying to have a psychedelic trip, it's a bit different than microdosing. I wouldn't do either with mushrooms, personally. You're really dabbling with some dangerous stuff.
pupils wrapped around their forehead, you know, everybody's, you know, tripping or anything. It is far from that. In fact, I've never had, all the times I've come over here, I've never had that kind of experience.
Desaval says many of his members do not take the natural medicines at all. He, however, does, saying it's for medicinal use after struggling with suicidal thoughts prior to trying magic mushrooms.
I knew that my depression and my anxiety had just kind of whittled me down. Obviously, I'm still here. Mushrooms saved my life.
For KKTV 11 News, I'm Melissa Henry.
Yeah, and there does seem to be some research to suggest that a microdosing of mushrooms can help people with long-term debilitating depression and debilitating anxiety. I've seen some of that. I think the issue that we run into is you are not microdosing. Like, if you're seeking out a psychedelic high, you're, in my opinion, playing with fire, right? You're playing with fire. Someone said, don't drink wine or smoke weed. Well, I don't drink wine or smoke weed, for the record, but I think it's different to have a glass of wine than to smoke a blunt. And I think it's different smoking a blunt than it is taking magic mushrooms to get blitzed out of your mind so that you can open up your third eye and connect with the spiritual dimension. I think the intent around it, and I think all of those things play a huge factor in these sorts of things. And just opening yourself up to something that's kind of dark and goofy, and you don't quite understand what the point of it is. Yeah, I would caution people to tread lightly. And we have a video coming out with someone about this, about them having a pretty wild trip. Hey, thank you so much for checking out the video. Please be sure to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And check out this other video that YouTube seems to be recommending just for you. Let me know if they nailed it. All right, I'll see you over there. Peace.